What's up, y'all? What's good? Welcome to the What Up Doe Show. It's your boy Dame D.
And your boy E Skeezy.
Today we're gonna be talking about. Go ahead and tell them what we're gonna talk about, Easkeezy.
We're gonna talk about what you getting out the deal. Pretty much. Out of all you going through in the end, what's in it for you?
Right. So go ahead and lead it off and start it off. But before we get it off into the show, we need you guys to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow.
I'm gonna go ahead and let you know, whether you know it or not, nobody do something for nothing. So it's only common sense, we could go back to the beginning of time, even to God and Jesus, Jesus didn't come for nothing. He didn't die for nothing. You know, uh, you don't go to school for nothing. At least some of us. You go to school 12 years, you want a high school diploma. You go to
Right.
school after that, college, you want a degree. Some people go through life and through situations for nothing. They don't gain nothing in the end. Like what is it amounting to? So just like I've been in a marriage, sad to say, came to an end after 16 years. So like what is your end expectancy when you
Right.
get into a situation? What you getting out of it? What your end gonna look like? See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think more about that.
Right. And it's all, and we all want something, out the deal. And you can use it like we were talking before we started earlier, before we started recording. We can branch off into, a lot of things that we, go about our life, everyday life using that, and then I'll just start off with a certain relationship, with relationships, I should say.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I look at, my relationship like it's a partnership, and
Right.
at the end of the day, I just want to be loved and I want happiness and just commitment, you know, um, and just want to, raise my family the right way. And just, like I said, so at the end of the day, I want someone who's going to be respectful, committed, um, and just loving and understanding, so it's always something that your partner is going to want out the deal, like I said, marriage
Right.
is like a partnership, so you got to
Right.
kind of give and take,
Right.
because like I said, it's not just one person getting something out the deal. You both want to kind of get something out of the deal, but I'll go ahead and let you
Exactly.
elaborate a
I
little bit more,
mean,
East
I-
Keys.
I'm glad. I'm glad you spoke about dating, or whatever, or relationships. Because even when a dude take a female out on a date, don't get me wrong, he's a gentleman or whatever. He done took her out to dinner, movie, bought her this and that. It's not that it's automatic something to look forward to, but he looking forward to something. Like at the end of the day, he wanted to be, at least get a kiss out the deal, But if this your main lady, you do all of that. Say you take your lady out to dinner, you buy flowers, you go to the movie, you get a room, and then y'all get to the room and she go to sleep. You like, what? You gonna feel some type of way
You
at
like,
the end
wake
of
your
the
ass up.
day.
That's what you gonna be like. So you could have did this shit at the crib.
That's what I'm saying. What you getting out of it at the end of the day? When
Right.
you go to work for 40 hours a week, at the end of the week, you want to see your check. Imagine you don't get no check out the deal and they want you to come back next week and you might not get a check and they tell you to come back next week. That's how some niggas going through life. I wasted a lot of time, They say time is money and money is time. So we wasted a lot of money,
Right.
whether we was just chilling at somebody's house, hanging out, we wasn't making no money. So at the end of the day, and what
We
we
was
was
wasting
getting out
time.
of it,
Right.
wasting time. And man, I see people watching reality TV shows, keeping up with the Joneses, and to watch somebody's stats, you got to be missing out on your playing time.
Yeah, I mean that's totally true. That's why. Well, you know what? I'll get off into that later. But no, I totally agree with you. You wasting time watching someone else, build a time and get money off of you from watching them doing what they do. But
Motherfuckers
like I
was
said, you
watching
can
Honey Boo Boo.
right
They done
exactly.
watch Honey Boo Boo her whole life. Honey Boo Boo done got rich while y'all watching her. But
Mhm.
nah, y'all got bills and y'all ain't been doing nothing to make no money because you watching Honey Boo Boo while she make her money. You
Right
see what I'm saying?
now,
So what you getting out of it?
I got a question for you, Easkeezy. Should this be a way that everybody should approach their everyday life? With everything, before you even make a move on anything or decision, like what am I gonna get out of this deal? You
You
know,
right.
uh,
I agree.
right,
You absolutely right. Like even before you take a chance, you think of what you might get out the deal, Like I say, nobody's intentions it's not like hustling, but you don't want your time and your effort or whatever you're doing to be
right, being
wasted,
wasted.
or
Right,
taken for granted. So you like at the end of it, what am I getting out the deal? Am I gaining a closer friendship? Am I,
gaining monetary gain
yeah, is it
for my time.
I'm making money also? I used to hustle with a partner of mine, and I was making him more money than I was making for myself. You see what I'm saying?
Right,
But uh at the same time, I was getting something out the deal.
right,
I wasn't just doing it for nothing.
right.
you- But
See,
I
and you
could have been
probably saw you getting lesser money. You probably saw um a bigger thing at the end of the deal. You see what I'm saying? You probably talk, you know how people take less because they see, like, say for instance, okay, with my job, I left the job that I'm at now, I left my one job to go to the job that I'm at now because I knew in the end that I would be making more money and I would be winning. So I can use that for instance. That was a major step that I took. My last job where I was at, I was making decent money. I was a dice setter, but I stepped down to take lesser money because in the end I knew I would be making more money, which it happened within 45 years. So,
right.
and I say that that's a good step for each individual, to kind of, take
Even fights and arguments. Like
yeah,
if you want to address the situation or confront somebody about something, before you even do that, what you getting out of it? What are you gaining? Are
right,
you just going? Are you ready to fight? Your intentions is a fight, but are you gonna squash the beef at the end of the conversation? Y'all gonna dap it up and be
right.
smoking?
Right.
You
And
know,
you know what? And I'm glad you used that example because that way it'll eliminate and it may what's the word that I'm looking for? It'll pretty much if you ask yourself, what am I getting out of this deal from arguing or getting ready to fight from this individual, it may
right?
back you down from, being in harm's way or someone getting hurt or,
Right.
anything in that nature. You know what I mean? So
Right. Just
it's
like
kind of
you
like, you
win the fight. That don't mean uh it's the best thing to do. So you ask yourself at that point in time, instead of arguing with this nigga and you finna get hot headed, he already hollering. So people hollering, don't nobody like to be hollered at. Now here come
right.
the part of it, but what
Hmm.
you getting out the deal? Number one, you finna be in a fight. Number two, even though you might win, you still stand the chance of getting hurt. What if
Right.
you eye black, the tooth knocked out? You see what I'm saying? Now you done got all this out that deal that you chose to make. Deal or no deal. You see what I'm saying? Probably lose your job. Now was it worth it?
Right.
At the end of the day, that's what you get. Even Christians, they live their whole lifestyle hoping and leaning towards their faith that at the end they make it into heaven. You see what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Did they get that good deal for doing right and living right? So
I,
yeah, I would say that's a good I'll say vice at method of using before you do anything. But what people say that you're being what's the word that I'm looking for, that you're being one-minded or being selfish by saying what am I getting out of this deal?
no, because your time is valued.
Okay, there you go.
And everything you do should be for something, and you
Right.
don't do for nothing. You
Exactly.
know,
There you
do
go.
do you think it's selfish to go to work for GM or Chrysler or Ford and leave without getting paid at the end of the week?
Right.
No, because you know your time is valuable and everything you did was valuable. So I'm saying if you being constructive towards something, you should get something out the deal. I know guys that know stats of every player in the NBA and what college they went to. They could tell you how many times they dribbled in the game. And I say to that, all right, well, you should have a sports podcast or something. So
Right.
what
For
are
you
you
to know all that information and not to
getting?
be getting nothing out the deal.
Right. So you
Right.
taking up a lot of space in your brain for nothing, something you're not gonna use, just like a lot of people do. They go to college for 4 years or 8 years, get a degree in therapy or psychology, and come out working at McDonald's. So you wasted your time. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, what did you get out the deal? Yeah, you might have got that degree, but you're not even using it. So that was time wasted.
Yeah, so so like I said, again, that's something that we can all use and apply towards our everyday life. That was a pretty good topic. I'm glad you brought that up. Because even still, I'm going to start applying that. Before I start making steps to whatever decisions I'm going to make. What am I going to get out of this deal before I make this decision or go that way, go that route. But
You
yeah,
know, I,
so I advise everybody to use that as a tool, far as just helping you through your everyday life. But go ahead, Eskies, I'll let you elaborate a little bit more on that.
I had a friend that was on drugs, and they've been clean for I believe 2 or 3 years. And I went to one of their services they had for them, and I think it was a 2 or 3 year chip that they received. So at the service, they started off like 4 months, who has 6 months. They got all the way to a year. And then people went up that was clean for a year or whatever addiction or whatever they had. And they yelled 2 years, come get your chip. And she went up and got hers. We stood up, clapped, and they got to like 3 years. And, I said to myself, I should go up there. They was like, anybody want to come get a chip? 3 years. I said, I should go up there. It was something small and minute to anybody else, but it's been almost 4 years or greater since I've been with another woman besides the woman I'm committed to,
Okay.
which is wife. You see what I mean? And
Right.
that's big to me because it was nothing for me to uh go outside my relationship. You see what I'm saying? Because I wasn't thinking about what I was getting at the end of the deal. You see what I'm saying? And I would jeopardize my family. I would lose things, and it'll lead to trouble. And like you say, that's something you should think about before
Right.
you up in her raw. What are you getting out the deal? At the end of it, what it's gonna look like for you. You got to have some type of expected end. If you using all your gas to go nowhere, by the time it's time for you to go somewhere, you ain't gonna have the gas to get there.
Right.
So
See, and you kind of took the words right out of my mouth because I was going to kind of go that route too and end it with that. That's a great tool for young men and even older men, who may be married or not married in relationships, who may be thinking about going out there and cheating.
Right.
That's a good tool to use. What am I going to gain for this? What I'm going to get out of this deal by
Right.
doing this? When you ask yourself questions like that, it'll probably stop you from doing something that you probably regret doing in the end.
They offer you that deal, like what am I gonna get out this deal? Don't sell yourself short because all they're gonna get you out that deal is probably you get you like a squirrel, you get you a little nut. They gonna take some of your money some type of way, whether it's a room, dinner, all of that, you know, and you could do that at home.
Right.
Your money, your plate already probably ready. You see what I'm saying? And you could be a squirrel at home.
Yeah. So I want y'all to let me know in the comment section. Have you applied this to your life already, or is this something that you guys see that you could may apply to your life that may be helpful? So let us know. We want you guys to interact with us in the comment section, so we can know, if you guys are liking the conversations and the topic. So, and I definitely read all the comments. So definitely, I want to hear your opinion on what you think. About this subject. What are you getting out of the deal?
And
Yep.
before we
So
want to take time to say to all my hustlers, I feel you, and I ain't knocking the hustle, but make sure you have a expected end. Don't let it be the cemetery or prison.
right,
Have a goal. That way you see what you're working towards and how close you are to getting there. Because you gotta get something out the deal besides the money, because the money is everywhere. It's at a 9 to 5. It's at an employed job.
right.
So
Yeah. No one in 2024 shouldn't be out here getting money.
right, it's out here. It's
Meaning that it's just too much stuff out here and too much opportunity for for everybody to be getting money. So I just I want everybody to add that, apply that to your life, and see if it turns out in a positive route, which more than likely it would. So like I said, I want you guys to comment in the comment section. Let me know what you think about. Have you had any situations like that where you had to ask yourself, what am I getting out of this deal? Because like I said, it's typically something like that falls in your everyday life, and we don't really think about that. We make a lot of decisions just off the rip without even thinking, like what's going to be the end game? What am I going to get out of this? So
right.
I'll go on ahead and let you end it up, and go on ahead and close it out.
I mean, know your worth. Know you valuable. Your time. Be an asset and not just the ass. Sick.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And don't go through some. Even if you fuck up and make mistakes, get something out that deal. Learn from it. You
Right.
know what I Don't keep going through the same mistakes over and over.
And
Sorry,
that's
yeah, but get something out the deal.
right.
Let the devil take you through something for nothing. You know,
Facts.
Somebody asked me to go get something. I don't care if it's some smoke. Ain't no free felonies. You gonna pay me. You got people that use people for gophers. Go get this for me, or take this over here. If
Right.
they don't, you better get something out the deal.
Right. Well, and that's why that's what they working and hoping towards, that they get something out of the deal.
Right,
But yeah, just try to apply that, and hopefully you make it to the point where you getting something out of the deal. There's nothing, no one's doing nothing for free, especially nowadays. So try to make sure that you always end up, getting something out of that deal. You don't want to be taking L's out here in 2024.
and it's sad to say. This the part of the deal that I hate. It's sad to say, and I'm ended on this note. Even these damn snitches making sure they get something out the deal.
Right. Definitely. Yeah.
So if a snitch can get something out the deal, you gotta get you something out the deal.
Right. Yeah. So I don't have anything else to add. You know, like I said, that'll be something good that maybe us adults can teach to our kids and to the youth. Always try to make sure that you get something out of the deal. And always make sure that it's a fair deal for you.
Right.
Yeah.
My daughter always asks for something to drink and she want this and that. I was like, what am I getting out this deal?
Right.
You
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
making sure you grow up. Yeah. My son Lincoln, be playing with him. I'm teaching him different things, and he wanna box. And I say, yeah, when you grow up and you in the NFL, don't forget me. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
uh,
It's kind of like
all
deal or no deal.
investment, but
Yeah.
it's what you put into it, what you get out of it. So
Right.
make sure you getting your worth out the deal. I know like with my daughter, she to that age, and this how some adults are doing. This how naive we could be. I could take I could take $5 bills, five $1 bills, and she could have a $20 bill in her hand. And I say, let's trade because she think these $5 bills is more valuable because it's more
More
of them.
than that
You know?
single dollar
Yeah,
bill or that single
right.
dollar. Right. Yeah. And if
Yeah.
my daughter is watching, apply this to your life. Before you make any decisions, make sure, ask yourself, what am I going to get out of this deal? Is it going to be something positive? So just think, take your time, think about it before you apply it. So, and just make sure you're getting something positive out the deal. So like I said, I don't have anything else to add. It's been a good show. And like I said, I want you guys to like, comment, and share. Helps the channel grow.
For sure.
For sure. And I don't have anything else to add. If you got something else to add, you can go ahead and add it, E, and we'll close it out.
It's already been said.
Peace.
Holla.